Hi, Paul Ryan from Ryan Tunes. Sometimes songwriters go to jail. Not real jail, but songwriting jail. It's a situation where you got nothing. The words don't come very easily. The music is terrible. Nothing's matching up. You can't do all those decisions that are on that fancy chart I put up a few sessions back. So what do you do when you're stuck? There's been books written about it. I mean, there's tons of information about it. Just for me, what I try to do is change things up. I'm lucky that it doesn't happen to me very often. If I have a purpose when I sit down and write, the chorus comes first and then the verses tend to follow. So I don't have an awful lot of situations where I'm stuck totally, but I've been there and it's not a pleasant place to be. Luckily for me, I play a few instruments, and when I say I change things up, I do most of my songwriting on a regular 6-string guitar, but when I'm stuck, I'll move to something that's a little bit different. I'll maybe move over to a mandolin or maybe the dobro. Something might give me a spark, something that just shifts the paradigm, so to speak, shifts the dynamic. So all of a sudden, maybe something will spark for me. And it does. My secret weapon of all of them is this guy here. This is a baritone guitar. Baritone tuned 4 steps lower than a regular guitar. So when I'm playing E shape, I'm actually playing B. When I am stuck and I pick this guitar up, somehow it's kind of like a magic carpet. It just sort of gets me out of whatever trouble I was into, and all of a sudden the ideas start to spark and go. So this is a very common song, but just to give you an idea, it'll sound a little different on this guitar, I think. Banks of the Ohio. Great traditional old song. If you play that on a regular guitar, it sounds like the Banks of the Ohio. And this does too, but there's a different personality to it, don't you think? It's just a little bit different. A little bassier, obviously. It's lower. It's pitched differently. It's a little more subtle, maybe. Anyway, it's different. It does give you a different vibe. So, summing up, what I try to do when stuck is simply change things. The computer is turned off. I don't use my regular notebook. I just try to change everything. Maybe where I'm sitting, where I tend to write, I don't do that. I sit somewhere else. Maybe pick this guy up or a mandolin or something like that. So everything's changed. It's not my usual songwriting situation. I'm in a different environment, so to speak. So that's it for the songwriting. We're going to move from songwriting. We've now got a song that I think is okay. I'm happy with it. Move into a pre-recording phase. I call it polishing. You might call it finishing, but it's basically how to dress up the lyric song, the way that it's written down and played. Thank you very much. See you next time.